You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast, delivering the knowledge in all things fitness business. We help gym owners win. Here are your hosts, Tim Lyons and Randy Engston.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I am your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, the prophet of profit, Randy Engston. What's up, buddy?
I'm just going to go by P squared from now on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, P squared?
P squared.
P squared.
A couple cool things coming up. We just announced our automation workshop, Chandler, Arizona, at the Keap headquarters, February 6th and 7th. It's a Thursday, Friday, 2-day, full 2 days. So you'll come in maybe probably Wednesday night. We'll start 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and we'll go take it to 5, 6 p.m.
Yeah, a couple full days.
Yeah, we'll get some food in there and we'll knock it out because it just has to be done. Like when we're doing these in the one-on-one setting, it's taking 2 full days.
Yeah.
So we'll bring in a bunch of help and it's going to be great. So for those of you looking to automate the businesses, not only the nurturing to appointments, but the post consultation, conversion, nurturing, all the systems in between, you want to be at this workshop. You want to be at this workshop.
pfmarketingsolutions.com/automation.
That's the website.
It's already there. Yep, got it done.
There you go.
Head there. We'll we'll have more information. Obviously, the date and time, location, that type of stuff, and then as the date gets closer, we'll have more specifics.
Yeah, so we'll dig deeper into that. So that's coming up. And if you just want to get on a call with us, you want to chat with Randall here, the prophet of profit, pfmarketingsolutions.com/call. So today's episode really stems from the last several calls we've had with gym owners looking to transition from a single service, maybe like a boot camp style team training, large group atmosphere, into higher profit of like small group training.
Or the one-on-one to small group, understanding maximizing profitability, or the need to.
Sure.
But how to get that done.
So we're not going to talk necessarily on this episode about the financial reasons. I mean, we'll touch on it, but really I think at this point everybody kind of understands that there's more money to be made. You can help more people. You can charge a little bit less per hour of training for that, but then you can put 4 or 5 or even I've seen 6 into a small group training atmosphere. So what's the big hang up, man? I've heard it, you've heard it. What are gym owners struggling with here?
I think the biggest hesitation that I'm seeing is the like you said, the need is there. They understand that this is going to be a benefit for the business and obviously for the clients in the long run. But it's, how do I transition? How do I take somebody from one-on-one personal training to a small group? And how do I make that transition for my facility? The hang up more often than not, and the resistance that I'm hearing is, I don't want to, put small group on the schedule, start to try and fill these, and then I'm essentially giving away one-on-one with small group pricing.
Because there's only one person in that
Exactly, because they haven't fulfilled that time slot yet. So just kind of, speaking to that, how do we get past that? What is should we set a realistic timeline before we feel like, we should see some capacity in each of these classes, things like that? Or what can we do to promote them?
Okay, well, there's a lot of things there. So, you're making the switch from one-on-one down to semi-private, or maybe you're doing team training up to semi-private. And the struggle is, I don't have enough people to fill like 4 slots in 1 hour. What do I do? What you do is you do it.
Yeah,
you just do it.
Pull off the Band-Aid.
And exactly. So you can't be stuck in the fact like, oh, there's only one person in here, I'm not necessarily making as much money. What you're doing when you have a small group offering is you're reserving the right to put other people in that hour, and there's nothing that other person can say. Yeah, they win. They win in the first couple months of doing this. Maybe there's only 1 person or 2.
Sure,
they're winning. They're getting more attention. Congratulations. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So just do it and fill it as you go. We've done small group training since 2011, so 8 years, almost 9 years now. Just this is the only way. And at the time when we were starting, it was exactly that conversation.
Yeah.
So hey, you know what? You're going to get the benefit of just being you. You're paying less, but you know what? I'm reserving the right to be able to put other people in this time slot, and they're all about it. They love it. They can't wait to sign up because they're going to get you know, some personal attention, they're going to pay a little less. So you bite the bullet a little bit, and then you start filling it in. And depending on how hard you push, you can fill up those slots fairly quickly.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's just about selling, getting more people in the door, offering it, telling people.
Yeah.
I mean,
exposing people to the service.
You have to let people know you have the service.
Well, here's a great thing, right? We talk about upgrade challenges. We've talked about, different ways of exposing people, try before you buy type stuff, right? If it was somebody new walking into your business, would you not give them the opportunity to try that service?
Oh, yeah.
Why would you not do that to your current clients?
Boom.
You know what I mean? You're making this transition. If you're taking somebody from these other services, give them a few sessions. Give them the opportunity, even if, a reduced rate if you can't afford to service. Again, not getting too deep into the structure of your business, but find ways of getting people in those seats, because one thing that we found out, and this is another kind of point of resistance, is the fact that gym owners feel, because obviously we're close to the problem, and I think that's our problem, not our actual clients. They feel that the client is getting, because this is the story we tell ourselves, moving somebody from one-on-one into a small group training is drastically reducing the quality of the training.
Ooh,
it's drastically reducing the results. I agree.
No way.
But I think that's the story that gym owners are kind of telling themselves.
Okay. Well, let's rewrite that.
I agree.
Let's rewrite that, because we've seen better results with more people in a session than we do with just one. Because there's still times today where 2 or 3 people won't show up or cancel or whatever, they're out of town, and we have one person, and it kind of like drags the energy down a little bit.
I just had the conversation with our buddy Ryan this week, and this is something that he's trying to do in his business.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and speaking to that, because again, that's some of his resistance, and that's common from the conversations I'm having.
Yeah.
We know the excitement and the conversation and the way that those hours, those sessions are going when there's multiple people, versus the one-on-one that's essentially, a trainer standing there as a therapist for an hour trying to come up with things to keep the client talking and engaged and enjoying. None of that's the case with small group.
They're talking to each other.
Yeah, constantly, and there's laughing. There's high energy. It's fun. It's an entirely different experience.
Think about this. Think about it also this way. Your clients are getting, not only they're having a bond with the coach, they're going to have a bond with these other clients as well as the gym.
Yeah.
So now when Mrs. Johnson doesn't show up, they're maybe texting her, "Hey, we missed you today." Right? They're looking
added
forward
accountability.
to seeing, they like training with each other. The reason why I think clients coming in the door that have never experienced small group training, or maybe this would be from a gym owner's mindset too, the reason they think one-on-one training is the best is because that's what they were told.
That's exactly
they
the
don't
point.
need it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I'm telling you, small group training is better than one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's better for a lot of reasons. Financially, the more people can afford it, there's a bigger piece of the market that you can attract to it. Better energy. There's more accountability. There's bonds. There's stickiness with the clients and the gym.
Like I was talking with Ryan about, when I walk into Paul's here at any specific hour of the day, I can almost expect to see, me being a little bit of an outsider, I'm not in the gym anymore, day to day anymore. I can still expect to see the same people at the same times with the same groups, because these relationships have been developed. And then when they're leaving, or they're sitting in the lobby on their way out, and they're talking about getting together for dinner later, or what they're doing on the weekend together. Perfect. The relationships and the bonds and the community. These are the things that we, as you guys as facility owners, you try to instill and create. But you can't artificially, just have a community feel. No,
it happens organically when you start. Think about this for the athletes that are listening, or the even if you're female and you went through these hard times, like football is what I relate to, right? The two-a-days, the bonds that are shared when you get through the toughest of the toughest workouts and the hottest summer days in Louisiana with the humidity.
So many times.
You have a bond. I have a bond today with those. I had a guy, if you're listening, Diedrich Buckles. He played linebacker, on the team I played, and he just, gave me a DM, wanted the book. He's like, "Hey man, can you sign a book for me?" I hadn't talked to him in years. Sure, buddy, no problem. I hope you're doing well. So it's like we still have this bond. He's reaching out to me, and we went through these hell days. It was usually me and him hitting each other every day. So think about that the same way. Your clients go through a tough workout together, there's an instant bond.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And that's, again, intangible. You can't just fake that.
You can't do that in a one-on-one setting.
What I liked about this conversation is it's so it exemplifies the importance of the client experience, not just the result. People don't come day to day, torture themselves, and hand us money while doing so for just that result. It's just not the case.
There's
more to it. There's
the
mental side of it, the community, the engagement, the excitement. That's how you make this the best part of your client's day.
Boom.
All those things.
So if you're having that struggle in your head, semi-private's not as good as one-on-one, you're wrong, because we're seeing it day in and day out in multiple locations, not just here. One-on-one is what your clients think they need, because that's all they experience. Let them try it, right? So give it to them. Let them try it. And when you're selling this and you've only got X amount of this was another question, right? This is another question that came up. It's like, hey, I don't have enough clients to kind of fill these other slots. Like, I've got one person in this one person in this one. How do I fill up these other spots? How do I promote a new time slot? And it's interesting, because I never went through this. I just put them on the schedule, and if there was nobody there, I had the coaches doing other things. And maybe there was 2 or 3 hours a day. Call me dumb. Like, I just did it. I just put the times there. This is what we're running. The coaches are going to be there regardless. And I'm doing, now the pressure's on me to fill them. And it worked. I mean, yeah, we probably could have cut some hours and saved a little bit of money doing it this way. But if you don't have the time slots available, then think about those times. Like, hey, I can only train at 4 p.m. I get off work. Or
I'd be willing to bet that individual pays their trainers specific for that hour of training. And that's the reason that they're, you know what I mean? Like, your training staff has other responsibilities during their time.
Gotcha.
They're not just paid to train, you know what I mean, or paid per head, or paid, that way.
Okay, so that's a whole nother episode on how to pay your coaches. That's
where it's kind of going, because that it's kind of hand in hand. So you can maximize your clients, your trainers' time while they're still here, even though they're not facilitating that training.
Yeah.
We
have other responsibilities. For
other facilities that don't have that type of pay structure for their trainers, they might feel like, I'm literally paying somebody for this hour,
and they're only there to train,
and they're not doing something.
I see what you're saying. Well, yeah. So here, in what we coach our clients, private clients, to do is to basically do block schedules and pay them by the hour, and no matter what they do during that hour, they get the same rate. So they could be training a boot camp, a small group. Hell, if you're a one-on-one training facility, they can be getting paid the same. There's a team meeting, they're getting paid. If they're done with all the things, and we've got these daily tasks and everything else, if they're done with all that, go work out. Go work out on the floor, and you're going to get paid for that.
There you go.
Because, we got to live the lifestyle. Plus, if there's other clients out there, they mingle and mesh, We just have this block schedule, or block salary, block hourly. It's a fixed expense that once we overcome that with our revenue, it's 100% profit from there. Yep. So this isn't a moving target for us. We know what our payroll is going to be every single month, every 2 weeks. It's going to be the same. And we'll do a whole episode on that, because there's even some more things. There's a whole cash flow kind of philosophy that I've got for a couple different things. I actually just shared it with Rita and Michael on the call, our Decade in a Day call. So just some cool stuff that we've always done, and it's always worked. And when I showed it to them, they're like, "Wow, that's going to save us so much headache and stress." So we'll share that on another episode. Or if you want us to work with you, obviously pfmarketingsolutions.com/call. Get on a call, and we'll walk you through how that whole program works. But small group training, not only is it better financially, it's better for the gym, it's better for the clients.
There you go, guys. If you knew that you could provide a better result and make more money by offering something, do it.
And you can attract more of the market, right? Because if your one-on-one rates are $80, $100, $120 an hour, there's only so many people who can do $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people who can do $300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can train 4 clients in an hour at $40 each, you're making more than you would at 80, right? So it's just whatever.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. And if you have a fixed payroll, it really makes a lot of sense. So we'll do that on another episode. That was the quick rundown on small group training, making the transition, some of the things to think about, and the sticking points.
Yeah.
That's a quick one for today.
Make the transition. Pull the Band-Aid off. You know that you need to do it. Just run.
Run hard.
Like you're talking yourself out of it. If you need help,
get on a call. We've done this. Gosh, how many times?
Almost every private client we've worked with, we've had to make
making this switch.
Yep.
And we're doing it well.
Yeah. And they're coming back talking about how much happier, how they've condensed their schedules. They've got more free time at the end of the day because they're not working 12 hours for 12 people.
Yep.
You could do 12 people in 3 hours.
3 hours. Boom.
Guys, you want your time back?
There's a great way. Jump on a call. Guys, until next time, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.